Many of you know me as the Jersey Dog Guy. I have proudly been a member of this beautiful mountain community for about 20 years. I've met a lot of people that I just absolutely adored. I met a lot of the people that I trusted that didn't deserve my trust or faith. A lot of people that hurt me and my family, directly or indirectly. And it got me thinking about one of the biggest problems we're facing as a society, from this small community all the way up into Washington. And the example that sticks out in my mind is the Jersey Dogs. I created it specifically as mobile units to help small businesses grow, as a rising tide lifts all boats type of scenario. If I can help small businesses grow by bringing the Jersey Dogs vehicles there, then it helps everybody. One of these businesses I was at for about 2 years. I got to know a lot of the people. I let people around in tabs, probably about a dozen and a half different people. I was there for about 2 years, and then I moved locations. Had some stuff that I had to take care of, so I was out of the picture for a couple of months. And my customer base went from everything from people who would jump out of Lamborghini Murcielagos to Rolls Royces, Mercedes, 72 Pintos, to skateboards and bicycles, walking, and even homeless people. Sometimes I'd allow to run tabs. I gave discounts to the first responders and our heroes that we need to thank every day anyway. And when I left, there was about $400 to $500 worth of open tabs. Now, some of these people were driving brand new cars. They would have their families come in and pick up 5-6 hot dogs and put it on the tab, and they'd get me next payday or whatever. And these same people that would do that would see me after I left that location and literally either walk to the other side of the store or pretend they didn't see me, just to avoid their obligation or their promise, just to honor their word. They were going to pay their debt and actually pay for their food. Now, I didn't offer these tabs expecting to get everybody to pay everything. I didn't risk anything I wasn't willing to lose. I had some customers that would literally have to slam dunk money into my tip jar just to pay me for a hot dog because I wanted to buy him a lunch. Now, about 6 months after I moved from this location, I still had $400 or $500 worth of open tabs, including this homeless gentleman that most of the community looks at as a piece of garbage. And the weirdest thing was, as these people in these brand new cars with these big families that would help themselves and, just add to the tab anytime they wanted to, this homeless gentleman saw me from across the highway, ran across the highway, stopped me in the parking lot, and said, Mike, I owe you $47 or $48. He knew exactly what he owed. He said, I'm so sorry, I couldn't get that to you before you left there. I am so sorry. All I have on me now is $20. Is that okay if I give you $20 now? I can meet with you next week and give you more. And I was like, no, that's all right. It's all right. Keep it for yourself. It's all good. Thank you. And he goes, no, I insist. I gave you my word. He gave me the $20. This is a man that had nothing, that sleeps outside every single night. Went that far out of his way to keep his word. This man showed more ethics and more honor than these people who own big businesses locally, who own brand new cars, who have these families that take advantage of people's good hearts. And it got me thinking about the facade that this society falls for now, and the faith that they put in people based on the appearance of success, the appearance of wealth, the appearance of whatever, gold-plated name on a building. And we give these people so much faith, and we give these people so much trust. And why? Because this successful business that has a line of people in front of it is doing great, the cash registers are ringing, the bank accounts are getting fat. Those people may not have gotten there ethically. They may not have built that business ethically. They may have put that on the backs of people, promising them paychecks that these people never got. They may have hurt people along the way and escaped the responsibility of that injury or of that pain. They may have done unethical, evil things to put themselves in the position to be that successful. But because they're in that position and they look successful and they act successful and they have fancy stuff, everyone trusts everything they do. Everyone trusts everything they say. Everyone believes and fights for whatever because they have that, because they have something else. Not for 1 second will someone step back and question anything they do because they have that facade. This goes from the small communities all the way up to Washington, D.C. The most ethical person, the most honorable person of 12.5 people that owed a small business money was a homeless man. He had more integrity, more honesty, and more heart than all the rest. Now you need to think about that when you're looking around at people, and because they seem successful, you're giving them all this credit for being good people, good human beings, honest. Because it doesn't mean anything. It means they got there somehow. They could have conned people for every dollar. They could have hurt people along the way. They could have destroyed families. They could have destroyed people's lives. They could have destroyed other people's businesses just to get to where they are. How many people actually pay attention and try and figure out if that's the case? Maybe we should. We're giving people too much credit based on the appearance of something we assume they did correctly. And out of 12.5 people, the most ethical was a homeless man in this beautiful mountain community. Just something to think about. So do your best and treat people with kindness. Treat people how you want to be treated. Whatever you do, don't have blind faith in people just because they hold some stature that looks impressive. Because they may have hurt a lot of people to get up that ladder. And that's not someone you want to have faith in. Just a thought.